Today I'm watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 5, Episode 4. Episode 3 was a very Xander-focused episode. He was split in two by this Toth demon, and he had a more confident side, and then the more typical Xander that we see, the less than confident side. He was able to get a new apartment and a new job, so I'm very excited for his character to be on that path, and it was nice to see him grow and make these positive changes. The last episode was my favorite episode of the season so far. I know we're still very early into the season, but I'm very excited to see where this is going to go, especially with this new character of Dawn coming into the picture as well. So thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestion for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Whoa! Before it even leaves the ground! It's like a vampire slaying version of whack-a-mole.
I just thought you were in the north sector.
Watch out!
They've separated the slang into sectors. And now Spike's involved. Aww. It is weird to see Spike fighting vampires. She just saved Spike's life.
Spike, I just saw you taste your own noseblood. You know what?
Yo.
Teeny weeny little vampire.
Hey, you want to go again? Come on, I bet this place is just teeming with aerodynamic vampires.
Weird phrasing.
I will know your blood, Slayer.
Is Spike gonna be our main villain for this season?
My chalice.
Oh my, that's graphic.
Drink deep.
I mean, Spike's kind of always been a villain, but like in the background. And of course, then falls into an open grave.
You know, like, should I be watching my back? But, you know, the back of your brain.
Buffy's definitely becoming more studious, but I think on select topics.
Wasn't that Robespierre the coolest?
Robespierre, you're kidding me, right?
I'm just getting it going.
Aww.
Yeah, blueprints. Not a bad idea. That and getting straight, measure twice, cut once.
Yeah, is Xander like good at construction now? He's building things for Giles' shop.
My blood, I'm afraid. No, these are salamander eyes. It's the cataracts which give them their nude-like appearance.
Graphic.
Equally effective, though. It's just a matter of overcoming snobbery.
Telling you, Giles.
She's like, did you just call me a snob?
Eric amphibian eyeballs are just as good.
I don't know. If you ask me, the Newt name still means something.
Willow's like, I'm very selective with my witch supplies.
What do you see? Willow hand.
She's like, I got distracted. Oh, they're so cute. Oh, surprise attack.
Oh my god. Look at this place.
They built her a training room? Oh, nice.
So much. You're like my fairy godmother and Santa Claus and Q all wrapped up into one.
He's like, which one am I in that?
Oh, Pacey, you blind idiot. Can't you see she doesn't love you?
Is he watching Dawson's Creek? That's the only character I know named Pacey. Joshua Jackson. Harmony.
I need a hideout so bad. You're my only hope.
Obi-Wan.
Spike, I'm desperate.
Desperate, are you?
Yeah, I think he enjoys that way too much.
Taking up smoking, are you?
I am a villain, Spike. Hello.
She's so set in her ways of being this evil villain.
You, want to relax some more?
Oh my.
Just for the imagery.
Whatever. Yeah, it takes a lot to wear me out.
Oh my. Challenge accepted.
Well, wouldn't you? Every kid tries to make the substitute cry. It's like a rite of passage.
That's rude and horrible.
What is the... Who are you?
What? Oh no! Is she having a stroke? Joyce, no! What? What? What?
That was a follow-up test in a couple weeks, but it really doesn't look like it.
Think
too serious.
Thank God.
Yeah, no kidding. That was a close one. Oh my gosh. Why is his heart racing? Suspicious. Very suspicious. Riley, what are you up to?
I'm going home.
And your friend here can't convince you to...
I'm going.
Does he need surgery? Like, what is this? Oh, poor Buffy.
That's my recommendation.
Is this something he knew about?
Listen to me. Calm down.
Me? Calm down? I'm not the one with a pulse of 150.
Cheese and rice.
It works differently now, but it's okay.
But you're still a...
After the thing with Adam? Oh.
I feel silly lying here like a lump.
You can make a game out of it. A very quiet game. I know I have to do something. I just don't know what.
Another time the CIA...
Dawn!
Why does she know these CIA stories?
To get lost and look for some door with a sign on it that says Secret Government Monster Hunters.
If they're really spying you on...
Is that what we're gonna do?
Riley's in trouble. He needs help.
They've tapped his phone. Oh, there we go. That'll work. I don't know. Yeah, if the initiative never claimed to exist, who would be listening? But hopefully somebody can help.
Crap into us? You got more than anyone. She messed us up bad.
Absolutely.
You even believe it.
I know it. You don't want this.
Yeah, obviously he doesn't trust them, but still he has to do something.
Giving you a choice.
Guess you're not.
Oh, yeah, I feel like that's why there's 3 of them. Oh my god. This can't be good for your heart either, Riley. Oh my god. Well, there goes that plan.
If you tell me to hurry, I'll kick your ass.
I believe that, yeah. Yeah, I was wondering if we would ever see any side effects from, you know, all the stuff Miss Walsh put him through and that thing Adam had in his heart.
And he got all worried that maybe she didn't like him back. And maybe that made him act like a total jerk.
I was wondering if Xander would now be more confident after the previous episode, but it doesn't seem like it.
Thanks.
Don't be insecure.
Thanks. I won't.
Plus, hanging out all day in that moldy crypt, you just know he's doing something nasty.
Okay.
I'm afraid of what they're going to cut to.
4 left.
So it's smaller than a bread box.
No, only 3.
If it's not bigger or smaller. Very subtle. Just casually sitting on the coffin.
What about knocking? Seems only fair since we vamps can't enter your flat without an invite. You could at least say, look at those pretty pieces of paper.
So distracted by the money.
Oh, dear, is the enormous hall monitor sick? Tell me, is he gonna die?
Oh!
The only person that can die.
Yep, there we go.
I think I'll get half now.
Oh, there's your half. I mean, you can tape them back together, but still. I like the dramatic effect of ripping it. Spike! Come on, man. Seriously? They're gonna kill the doctor.
You got yourself a new patient, Doc.
To get the thing out of his brain? Oh, shoot. Shoot, 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 shoot. I don't like where this is going at all. No! I was wondering how long we were gonna leave it in his brain, but still. Oh my god.
Complicated neurological procedure, and I've never performed it before.
Well, first time for everything, bud.
Hey, Doc. It's not so complicated. Just do whatever those initiative lab monkeys did, only backwards.
It's only brain surgery. It can't be that complicated. Oh my god.
You do me right, nothing bad will happen to you.
And that's the ulterior.
String was slippy. Riley!
Oh, the high school. They still haven't torn it down.
Fiat Lux!
Our fire is getting very strong.
Riley!
That felt like something out of Hogwarts. That was so cool.
Your hand is bleeding.
Don't feel a thing.
This stops now.
Is he worried he won't be, like, as strong if they take this thing out?
Best case scenario, they turn me into Joe Normal. Just another guy.
He doesn't want to be normal?
And that's not enough for you?
It's not enough for you.
Oh, no, I don't think that's it.
Come on. Your last boyfriend wasn't exactly a civilian.
Yeah, but that didn't work out. He's comparing himself to Angel.
I'm right here. I'm not the one running away.
Not yet.
He's so convinced that they're, like, over already and nothing's happened.
I've opened up to you in ways that I've never opened up to.
Aww.
A year with you because you had superpowers? If that's what I wanted, then I'd be dating Spike.
Let's not go there. Oh my god, no.
It's me, then. And I'm still gonna make you go to that doctor.
Yeah, I didn't think she was giving up that plan either way, but still, the fact that he thinks she only wants to be with him because he's so strong. I thought the best thing they had going was that he was relatively normal, especially compared to Angel.
The doctor said we didn't have much time.
I don't want to lose Riley. I don't want to get Spike back either. That's juicy sounds.
You know what it means that he can't hurt any living thing? It means he can't even pick flowers.
What? Yes, I can.
Just to be clear.
Spike must have taken him. What would Spike want with...
There we go. Yep.
He's gonna force the doctor to remove the chip from his brain.
Oh no, Riley's not doing good. No, 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 no.
Hey, about before.
Forget it. Apologize later if you're not dead.
Oh, well, that's a horrible segue. Oh my god.
Numbers up. When I get my hands on Spike, I'm gonna rip his head off. I'm gonna...
Bathe in the Slayer's blood.
They're both planning each other's death.
Swim in it. I'm gonna do the bloody backstroke.
She's just smoking near his open brain.
It's nestled in there like a pretty little Easter egg with your brain all around it, like that green plastic grassy stuff.
That's a weird-ass metaphor.
Oh god, sorry. Didn't see the sign.
She's like, oh, in that case, my bad.
It's out.
Yeah?
Yay! Yay for Spikey!
Yeah, and how would he know? There's only one way to test it and find out.
Oh, don't worry. I won't fill up on the bread.
Is he the bread?
Suit up.
Oh, vampire face!
Stay here. We're gonna need you.
Buffy, I swear I was just thinking of you.
Even his vampire face looks different.
Oops.
Yikes! Oh! Oh, bonked him. Oh! The chip is still there! I was like, maybe the doctor was lying. Yep, the chip is still there. He's like, oh, my bad. Yes!
Riley.
He put a penny in the dish. Yeah, she looked away. He wouldn't know.
Everywhere I turn, she's there. That nasty little face. That fancy shampoo commercial hair.
Good. Back to normal.
He seems very disappointed. Aww.
I'm still touchable.
Give me a week or so to heal and I'll take full advantage of that. What are you saying?
Come on, man. You know it's true. There's nothing for you here.
What about Buffy?
You used to have a mission, and now you're what? Mission's boyfriend? Mission's true love? You belong with us.
And where are they? Is he gonna pick a mission over Buffy?
Take me out of a world that has you in it. Just kill me.
Oh my. Is this really gonna happen? What? What? No. What? Stop. What? She kissed him back. Is he in love with her? What? They definitely just made out a little bit. No. No. Second time is real. No. Stop. This is a dream.
Spike.
What are we doing? No, you don't! There we go. Thank God, my heart. Cheese and rice. I was like, there's no way we're doing that. He's in love with her.
Please, no.
Yep. So that was my first time watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer season 5 episode 4. There was a lot going on and some things that I thought were going to happen that didn't end up happening. So definitely a more Riley focused episode, which is interesting. We don't really know where his character is going to go now that the initiative is done. From what we know about his character, he likes having a mission and he likes being goal orientated. And now that that's kind of taken away, he doesn't seem to be okay with just being Buffy's boyfriend. I don't know what his plan was. His friend said, you belong with us. I don't know where that is, if it's a different city, if it's a different state. I have no idea, but his friends have never particularly been fond of Buffy, so the fact that they're kind of encouraging him to leave isn't surprising, and the fact that they were making it seem like being Buffy's boyfriend wasn't good enough. We definitely saw some insecurities from Riley come out in this episode as well, thinking that, he's mentioned before Buffy doesn't actually love him and that Buffy wouldn't be with him if he was normal and boring, and I feel like he just compares himself so much to Angel, but Angel and Buffy didn't work out. Like, they're not together, and Buffy and Riley have been together for a year now and have been through some tough things, so I definitely understand where Buffy is coming from when she's like, I thought you knew me better than this, and to think that she doesn't care about him. I don't know why he thinks that she doesn't love him. Again, maybe it's just his own insecurities creating these negative, self-doubt, but I don't think Buffy cares that he's not the superhero. I think it's more of how they are when they're together and, how he treats her. She was with somebody who had, superhuman abilities as a vampire, and that wasn't necessarily something that worked in their favor. Did it help them defeat demons? Yes. Did it work for their relationship? Maybe not so much. The fact that Riley felt he had to push his body past the limits, basically, like he was just about to have a full-on heart attack at the end of the episode before the doctor saved him, but the fact that he was willing to risk his life so that Buffy would still want to be with him, like, that's not a good sign. And his fighting abilities, and now he'll feel pain more, and even when Buffy finds him, he's punching this rock wall and doesn't feel anything. Like, that's not good. Like, Buffy doesn't want him to hurt himself, so hopefully now that he's had whatever this operation was, there was obviously some side effects from Miss Walsh and that implant and being tested on, but hopefully now Riley sees that Buffy genuinely wants to be with him for just who he is and is less concerned about his fighting abilities. I think that's something he's mostly focused on, and she's a Slayer. She doesn't expect him to be a Slayer also, and doesn't expect him to be on the same level as her. I think Riley is used to being, the tough guy, and we know Riley was a TA in the previous season as well, which was obviously just a front for the initiative, but I'm very curious to see where his character is going to go, where they're going to find, his new role. We saw them find a place for Giles and for Xander, so I'm curious to see what Riley's new spot will be. But it was definitely heartbreaking for him to say, like, hey, I'm not good enough for you, Buffy, basically, and to think those her only intentions for being with him was his, like, fighting abilities and his strength. Personally, I think one of the reasons they work so well is because Riley is very different from Angel. Obviously, they both care about Buffy, but Riley is human. He has a future with Buffy, and that was the main piece with Angel, was that they had no future together. They were just going to go around in the same circles forever and ever, and Riley is human, so for him to want to take away his ability to feel pain makes him, not human, basically. So yeah, it was definitely interesting, and to see him doubt this relationship, and again, I don't know where that's coming from. He obviously knew he had this condition and was delaying, trying to get it fixed, and we find out his phones are tapped, so obviously there's still some kind of trace on him. I'm so glad Joyce is okay. That was a very scary scene, especially just with Dawn at home, and she's so young, she's only 14, and I can't imagine how terrified she would have been to just see her mom say, I don't know who you are, and then pass out. They didn't really say what it was, they just said they ran some tests and everything's fine, so the doctor said maybe it was low blood sugar. I thought she had a stroke or something like that, because usually low blood sugar wouldn't make you not remember your own children, but Again, who knows what happened, but I'm so glad she's okay. We definitely learned a lot about Spike in this episode as well, where he's having this dream. I was like, thank God it's a dream. I was so worried. I was like, what is happening here? We're not doing this. We had that one episode where they were under that spell, but I'm like, I don't want this in real life. And the fact that Spike then realizes, he's like, oh, wait a minute. The reason I'm so obsessed with her is because he's in love with her, or has a crush on her at the very least, and is dreaming about kissing her. And even though it is also fueled with this violence of her coming over to kill him, he still spun it, and they were like making out at the end. So yeah, I don't know how that's gonna go. I was thinking maybe Spike would be our main villain through this season, as now more than ever he seems dead set against killing Buffy and just needs to get this chip out of his brain. He was able to get this doctor. The doctor was very convincing and, you know, dropped the penny into that dish and then just sewed him up. And I was like, there's no way he's gonna know. It's not like it's in his arm or his leg, like it's at the back of his head. He can't see what's happening. And it was in that split second where Harmony went to go, you know, put out her cigarette, basically, that he dropped it in and was like, oh yeah, we're good. Obviously, he wanted to save his own life as well, but then the only way for it to test is when Spike goes to attack somebody and it doesn't work. So I'm so glad the chip's not removed. I don't know what would happen, you know, the second that's done. I feel like he's just going to go on a rampage because it's just been building the tension this whole time, and he's just getting more and more frustrated that he can't actually hurt anything. I also feel like he was watching Dawson's Creek, which I wasn't expecting. It definitely was on TV around the same time. I know it came out in the 90s, so that's interesting. Willow was so excited to see Buffy become more, you know, studious and really taking on this learning, and even if it is select subjects, I think Willow's just so excited to see Buffy become more of this student, even at university when she's taking these classes, and the two of them having a, you know, discussion about one of their classes. Given the last Xander episode, I was thinking maybe he would be more confident now that he knows that part of him exists. He was building some pieces of furniture for Giles' new shop, which was great. And I was like, okay, maybe you're actually good at this. Like maybe, you know, the guy at work was onto something. You can do this. And it seems like that's something he enjoys. And it's great to see him contribute that way and be a part of the group in a way that doesn't feel so forced. You know, building pieces for the shop is a lot more natural than having him drive by in an ice cream truck every scene. We did see Willow use her magic when they were at the high school. I still can't believe that high school is standing. I thought the city would have torn it down by now because it looks like any minute it's going to collapse in on itself, which seems incredibly dangerous. But they're able to sneak in every time. Again, I know it's for the show, but still, I feel like at some point they would have taken it down. As much as I love the throwbacks to the old Sunnydale High, you know, days, it's always interesting to see. But Willow was able to conjure this, it felt like a Harry Potter spell, something out of Hogwarts, where she just lit up the whole building. And we have seen her powers getting stronger and stronger. You know, at Beach Day, she didn't just have a little flame, she had a whole bonfire going in a matter of seconds. So she seems to still be downplaying it. She's like, oh, well, I tweaked it a little bit. And Tara's like, well, I didn't teach you that. Like, I taught you something small. So it's interesting to see Willow's powers grow, and where that's going to lead, obviously her ability to use spells and everything like that comes in very handy. It's tough not to compare Riley and Angel because they're Buffy's, you know, two long-standing relationships that we've seen in the show, but very different. So I'm very curious to see what Riley's going to do. I'd like to think Riley wouldn't choose a mission over Buffy. I feel like there has to be something he can do with his time. There has to be some purpose he can find, and, you know, some mission of his own, even though he's going with Buffy and she seems mildly annoyed, but is trying not to let it show that, you know, patrolling is her thing, and I'm sure she likes the help every now and then. But to have Riley there all the time and then to have Spike there, and she's kind of like, well, why am I even here? Like, she's the one obligated to go and patrol and take out these vampires, and these other two are just kind of joining in because they can. So yeah, I'm very curious to see what direction his character is going to go in. We know Riley has mentioned his family is in another state, and when Buffy went to Riley's apartment, I thought first maybe that's who's going to try and call, you know, his family or something, like they might know, but I feel like they've been so removed from this whole situation, they have no idea what's going on. And then we just hear the, you know, the few clicks in the phone, and next thing you know, his friends show up, and, you know, they obviously had a way of contacting him. But she's right, like, who would you call for the initiative? they completely wiped themselves off the face of the planet and they would deny any existence anyway. And the entire Scooby Gang was involved, you know, with taking down the initiative, but Riley's the one who was in it the most. And even when his friend said, you know, Miss Walsh gave you the most chemicals and you were the lab rat basically, and you got the most done to you, so it's no surprise there would be an aftermath, and I wasn't sure when that would be brought up. And as far as I can tell, it's only been a matter of months since the initiative was shut down completely, so obviously Riley is still dealing with that, and I do feel like he needs a mission, and I hope he can find one in Sunnydale and stay with Buffy. I do feel like Buffy really cares about Riley and maybe doesn't say it as often as he would want, but again, yeah, I don't know where all this self-doubt is coming from, what spurred that on, and he's met Angel and they've, you know, talked through that, and I'm guessing because Riley now doesn't have the physical strength to compete with Buffy, and we even saw that in earlier episodes when they were training and Buffy kicked his butt every time and she was, you know, still holding back, so maybe it's more a sense of pride that he thinks he has to be as strong as she is. Overall, I thought it was a decent episode. I'm so glad that thing wasn't removed from Spike's brain. I'm glad Joyce is okay. I'm very curious to see what's going to happen with Riley. I hope he stays. I don't know where his friend was going to take him. Maybe it was just an empty promise. Who knows? I definitely feel like Riley is a bit lost right now, and I don't think he feels as stable in the relationship with Buffy as we've seen before. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Is he watching Dawson's Creek? She's so set in her ways of being this evil villain. Why does she know these CIA stories? It's only brain surgery. It can't be that complicated. Oh my god. They're both planning each other's death. She's just smoking near his open brain. You put a penny in the dish. This is a dream.